Energy consumed for crushing 1 ton of material ranges from kWh, A 0.01 to 0.1, B 0.5 to 1.5, C 2 to 3.5, D 4 to 5. The correct answer is 0.5 to 1.5. For transporting pasty material, one will use A apron conveyor, B belt conveyor, C screw conveyor, D bucket elevator. The correct answer is screw conveyor. Where the density difference of the two liquid phase to be separated is very small, as in milk cream separator, the most suitable separator is A disc ball centrifuge, B Sharpie's super centrifuge, C batch basket centrifuge, D sparkler filter. The correct answer is disc ball centrifuge. A tube mill compared to a ball mill. A has a higher length diameter ratio. B produces a coarser product. C has a higher diameter length ratio. D uses much larger balls. The correct answer is has a higher length diameter ratio. Trommels separate a mixture of particles depending on their A size, B density, C wettability, D electrical magnetic properties. The correct answer is size. Basic slag is not ground in A jaw crushers, B ball mills, C compartment mills, D tube mills. The correct answer is jaw crushers. Grindability of a material does not depend upon its A elasticity, B hardness, C toughness, D size. The correct answer is size. Shape factor for a cylinder whose length equals its diameter is A 1.5, B 0.5, C 1.0, D 2.0. The correct answer is 1.5. In case of a hammer crusher, the A feed may be highly abrasive Mohs scale 5. B minimum product size is 3 mm. C maximum feed size may be 50 mm. D rotor shaft carrying hammers can be vertical or horizontal. The correct answer is rotor shaft carrying hammers can be vertical or horizontal. Dust laden air can be purified using A cyclone separator, B bag filter, C gravity settler, D tubular centrifuge. The correct answer is cyclone separator. Rittingers number designates the new surface created per unit mechanical energy absorbed by the material being crushed. Larger value of Rittingers number of a material indicates its A easier grindability, B poor grindability, C high power consumption in grinding, D none of these. The correct answer is easier grindability. Capacity in tons HR of jaw gyratory crusher is equal to where a length of the receiving opening cm is greater width of the discharge opening cm. A 0.01 L S, B 0.087 L S, C L S, D L S 0.087. The correct answer is 0.087 L S. Vacuum is applied in zone in case of a general type continuous rotary drum vacuum filter. A filtering, B washing, C drying, D all ABC. The correct answer is all ABC. General crushing equation is given by Bond's crushing law isobtained by solving this equation for n and feed of infinite size. A1, B 1.5, C2, D 2.5. The correct answer is 1.5. Which of the following mechanical conveyors does not come under the division scrapers? A ribbon conveyor, B flight conveyor, C bucket elevators, D drag conveyor. The correct answer is bucket elevators. Mixer is used for devulcanization of rubber scrap, making water dispersion rubber solution. A. Tumbler. B. Banbury. C. Muller. D. Rubber blender. The correct answer is Banbury. Which of the following mechanical conveyors does not come under the division carriers? A. Belt conveyor. B. Bucket elevator. C. Screw conveyor. D. Apron conveyor. The correct answer is screw conveyor. Screen capacity is not a function of A. its opening's size. B. Screening mechanism. C. Screening surface. D. Atmospheric humidity. The correct answer is atmospheric humidity. Which of the following is a vacuum filter? A. Filter press. B. Rotary disc filter. C. Batch basket centrifuge. D. Tank filter nut filter. The correct answer is rotary disc filter. Pine oil used in froth floatation technique acts as an A. collector. B. modifier. C. frother. D. activator. The correct answer is frother. Length diameter ratio of a ball mill is A. 1.5. B. 1. C. 1. D. 1. The correct answer is 1. Feed size of 25 cms can be accepted by A. ball mill. B. rod mill. C. fluid energy mill. D. jaw crusher. The correct answer is jaw crusher. Which is the most suitable conveyor for transportation of sticky material? A. apron conveyor. B. belt conveyor. C. screw conveyor. D. pneumatic conveyor. The correct answer is screw conveyor. The most suitable equipment for removing the fine dust particle 1 micron dia from air below its dew point will be A. bag filter. B. electrostatic precipitator. C. cyclone separator. D. wet scrubber. The correct answer is electrostatic precipitator. Laminar flow region is said to exist during agitation of a liquid in an agitator when the value of Reynolds number is A. 10. B. 10. C. 100. D. 100. The correct answer is 10. Filtration of water in a paper mill is done by an filter. A. open sand. B. plate and frame. C. vacuum leaf. D. sparkler. The correct answer is open sand. Moray filter is a filter. A. leaf. B. press. C. rotary. D. sand. The correct answer is leaf. Sphericity of a cubical particle when its equivalent diameter is taken as the height of the cube is A. 0.5. B. 1. C. 2. D. 3. The correct answer is 1. Ball mill is used for A. crushing. B. coarse grinding. C. fine grinding. D. attrition. The correct answer is fine grinding. In case of a ball mill, A. coarse feed requires a larger ball. B. fine feed requires a larger ball. C. operating speed should be more than the critical speed. D. none of these. The correct answer is coarse feed requires a larger ball. Maximum size reduction in a ball mill is done by the action A. attrition. B. compression. C. impact. D. cutting. The correct answer is impact. Increasing the capacity of a screen, the screen effectiveness A. decreases. B. increases. C. does not affect. D. none of these. The correct answer is decreases. The power number for a stirred tank becomes constant at high Reynolds number. In this limit, the variation of power input with impeller rotational speed N is proportional to A. N. B. N1. C. N2. D. N3. The correct answer is N2. Bond crushing law. A calls for relatively less energy for the smaller product particles than does the Rittinger law. B is less realistic in estimating the power requirements of commercial crushers. C states that the work required to form particle of any size from very large feed is proportional to the square root of the volume to surface ratio of the product. D states that the work required for the crushing is proportional to the new surface created. The correct answer is calls for relatively less energy for the smaller product particles than does the Rittinger law. Flow of filtrate through the cake in a plate and frame filter press is best described by the equation A. Koz-Neckermann, B. Hagen-Poiseuille, C. Fannings, D. Kremser. The correct answer is Koz-Neckermann. The controlling resistance in a rotary drum vacuum filter is the resistance A. Piping, B. Cake, C. Filter medium, D. None of these. The correct answer is cake. Which of the following is used for primary crushing of very hard lumpy materials? A. Toothed roll crusher, B. Gyratory crusher, C. Ball mill, D. Tube mill. The correct answer is gyratory crusher. Coal is finally pulverized to 200 mesh size for burning in boilers by A. Hammer crusher, B. Ball mill, C. Roll crusher, D. Gyratory crusher. The correct answer is ball mill. Crushing efficiency is the ratio of the A. Surface energy created by crushing to the energy absorbed by the solid, B. Energy absorbed by the solid to that fed to the machine, C. Energy fed to the machine to the surface energy created by crushing, D. Energy absorbed by the solid to the surface energy created by crushing. The correct answer is surface energy created by crushing to the energy absorbed by the solid. The resistance offered by the filter used in a bag filter is proportional to wear C. Dust concentration and S. Particle size. A. CS, B. SC, CS, C. D1S, C. The correct answer is CS. Cement clinker is reduced to fine size by A. Roll crusher, B. Ball mill, C. Tube mill, D. Hammer mill. The correct answer is tube mill. The crushed material received for separation is called feed or A. Tailing, B. Heading, C. Concentrate, D. Middling. The correct answer is heading. For spheres volume shape factor is given by A. AD2, B. 22AD2, C. 6VD3, D. ADV. The correct answer is 6VD3. Which of the following agitators having a large blade area rotating at slow speed is used for mixing high viscosity liquids 50,000 centipores? A. Propeller, B. Helical screw, C. Flat blade turbine, D. Curved blade turbine. The correct answer is helical screw. Is defined as the geometric mean of the relative rejections and the relative recoveries of two minerals. A. Separation efficiency, B. Selectivity index, C. Concentration ratio, D. None of these. The correct answer is selectivity index. The operating speed of a ball mill should be the critical speed. A. Less than, B. Much more than, C. At least equal to, D. Slightly more than. The correct answer is less than. Use of baffles in agitators help in minimizing the tendency. A. Swirling, B. Vortexing, C. Both A, B, D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A, B. Are used for the separation of coarse particles from a slurry of fine particles. A. Thickeners, B. Classifiers, C. Hydrocyclones, D. Decanters. The correct answer is classifiers. Fibrous material is broken by A roll crusher, B squirrel cage disintegrator, C ball mill, D tube mill. The correct answer is squirrel cage disintegrator. Is the most suitable for compounding rubber and plastic solids. A Banbury mixer, B pan mixer, C pug mill, D charge can mixer. The correct answer is Banbury mixer.